Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I wanted to talk about My Hero Academia Season 7, Episode 3. To start things off, I'd like to say a lot of action's not really here in this episode. In the beginning, we get some, but moving on, this is very important for plot lines and a major event happens, which will be a spoiler. So understand that if you haven't seen this, or haven't read the manga, you probably don't want to watch this. Moving on to start things off, they're training. After their training, they're all trying to learn new moves. They want to fight with Midoriya, and they all want to be by his side for this big fight against Shigaraki and All for One. So it's about to get hectic and crazy. So they're going over basically what All for One's plan probably is. And one of the things they're talking about is that he's hiding, he's good at hiding, and they're never going to be the ones to find him. That's basically the main point that really is important here, and it gets more important after what comes next. Uh, During all that, well, after all that, we're in the forest and we see Yuga and what we assume is his parents. And Yuga's crying, and we get to figure out, well, he's getting spied by Invisigirl. Sorry, sometimes we'll use their power names. But Invisigirl is spying on them, and we get to know the truth about Yuga. You will never guess. This is major spoiler. He was the one that betrayed Yue. He was the betrayer this whole time. He called that in. During that training camp, he got All for One to start that attack. He's the reason everything went down south. It's basically all his fault. And during all that, they didn't know Invisible was there, and well, it didn't really matter because no one could tell where she is. But anyway, they heard rustling in the distance, and as you know, it would only make sense if it was one character in particular. Midoriya comes out of nowhere and he's like, I heard you. There's no way it was you. There's no way it's true. And Yuga kind of takes that. Midoriya, he didn't act in exactly hero fully because he had some trust in Yuga. He knew that there was something wrong because he was one of the only people that were still sad at UA. Anyway, what he had to do is that, well, Yuga, out of nowhere, tried to attack him. He's like, I'm a villain. Shoots his laser beam at him. That doesn't work. He activates his power. So, One for All gets activated. And yeah, he black whips his parents as well as him. And Invisigirl actually gets hit by the laser beam. And that's how it got deflected. She deflects the light, and we actually get to see the appearance of her. So that was pretty cool. So I guess this is the first real appearance of her. Anyway, they take him back. Everyone figures it out because, well, it's kind of apparent. They're all stuck there, and it's just how it has to be. So the head FBI guy is there, and we get to know more information about Yuga and what is basically his past. So, similar to Deku, he was quirkless, and in order to gain his quirk, his parents basically got our favorite villain, our very evil All for One, to give him powers in exchange for helping him, and that's how he's making friends. So there's something said about him having many friends, and this is how he made friends. He basically gained their trust, giving them something, but he basically threatened them as well. So that's what they basically said, is that they threatened them, which is true, 100% true. They didn't have a choice in the matter afterwards. In the beginning, I don't know if it started off like that. That I'm not 100% sure on, but that's why his quirk is basically uncompatible with him. It's because it's not his own. It was gained in a way you're not supposed to get quirks. So that's where that comes from. And that's why he grew so attached with Midoriya, aka Deku. So that's more or less what happened. Going on, this is where the major plotline to become. So for this season, very important. Remember this. Okay, we got to that important thing, but this is the bigger thing. We go back to where they were talking about they'll never be able to find All for One by himself because he's really well hidden. And how to do this, why don't we take someone that's on his side and use them? So, our hero slash betrayer that still has the heart of a hero within him. They're gonna get Yuga to basically go and intrude it and get that's their key to the inside. You know what I'm saying? That's how this war is gonna at least start off. That's their plan. Now, will it work? We don't know. This is the sad part. I'm not gonna predict the future. I don't know what happens in the series at all, but I have a feeling that he might die. He might get killed. I just have that bad fear, but he also has this like thought to me where he could redeem himself. He has the qualities to do so. And even though he wasn't my favorite character of all time, he kind of grows on you a little bit. And this is where he's starting to grow a lot more as a character. So after this, he'll be growing. He's still always going to be the kind of preppy guy. And yeah, so it was a good episode overall. Good plot line. It was trying to be very emotional. Doesn't always work for me, but it did not too bad. I wasn't teary. I didn't really get any type of feels off of it exactly. But I gotta say, it passes. I'll give it a nice 7. There wasn't a lot to this episode, I felt like. And I guess just going story to story to get to the next big thing, should I say. Anyway, tell me how you guys feel about this. Do you think that Yuga will redeem himself? Do you think this episode was good? I don't know how this would have went down in the manga if it went exactly the same. And I'm just hoping that everyone gets more powerful in the coming episodes. I sometimes will watch the preview. Not all the time. I feel like it gives a lot of the beginning. But yeah. Besides that, guys, sorry about no Mushoku Tensei today. They had a little bit of a delay. I believe it's 1 week, but it could be 2 weeks. They have some big stuff coming, and it's about to get heavy, should I say. So anyway, I enjoyed the series so far, and I appreciate you guys. Hope you stay safe, and peace.